talked about Dementieva's serve, and it's little improvement. It's slight improvement. And this, when the pressure is on, trying to serve out for the set, that's when you can test it.
And there's how good that second serve has been, or at least backing up the second serve tonight.
And it was no secret as to why it was so difficult for her to hit. It was the toss. And she's always known that the toss wasn't in the right position. There you can see it's a little bit more at 1 o'clock. She wants to get it even more behind her a bit so she can hit the top spin. But I like Solomon's attitude. He says, you know, we're working on it slowly. You don't change something overnight.
Just watching this first set, Trace, more carefully, it is eons better than what it used to be. So credit to both Dementieva and whoever has been able to help her with that. It is immense improvement.
It used to make you nervous watching it.
Oh, and obviously it's what's helped her get back into this position, top of the women's game.
You know, we mentioned quickly the semifinals of Wimbledon. That was huge for her. Losing to Venus on the quicker surface she hadn't really loved in the past. Beat Petrova in the semifinals, and she almost won in 2 sets. Looked like she was going to be done. Then faltered there, and you thought, uh-oh, here goes the French Open again, like this year. And she came back strong and held it together. Goes down a great point, because at the French Open this year, she had Safina, a set and 5-3 match point, was cruising. Lost that set and lost the third 6-love. There's that old serve, and that's going to happen. It went back to that habit, 79 mile an hour first serve. Ooh. The old sliceroo. What a missed opportunity from Lena. It was a short ball. She was standing on the baseline in the aggressive mode. Pulled the trigger, but just didn't execute. She loses this set here, we'll look back at that shot as a missed opportunity. Playing the top players, there's few points that you really need to convert on. I'm not going to give you that many chances and opportunities. You've got to recognize them and then be able to hold your nerve. The serve, yes, it is so much better, but compared to a Venus or a Serena serve, where they'd be out of this game because they would have served an ace or a 2 or an unreturnable.
Well, right, she's not going to beat you with her serve.
Right.
The problem that seems to be solved is she's not beating herself either.
Much better, but still doesn't have that luxury to win some quick, cheap points. Has to work so much harder.
The first serve she's getting in, the last couple, they're 108, 109. They're good enough. Dementieva does survive the game, holds, and takes the first set.
I think that everyone is on Nadal's bandwagon. Obviously, I like Nadal too. I think he's an unbelievable tennis player. But I don't think you can write Roger off, because anytime you hold 12 Grand Slams, however many it may be, I mean, I've been in his position before where when you get to finals and that's not good enough, who will win, I don't know. It'll be interesting and entertaining.
A lot of folks would like to see that happen again. Find out. It's all brought to you by the American Express card, official card of the U.S. Open. Are you a card member? Venus, I like that. She knows of what she speaks, understanding exactly the kind of position Roger has ended up in this year. Finals aren't good enough.
No.
He's made back-to-back finals of slams. Sitting here, let's see, it's 8 a.m. tomorrow in China right now. And they started the same thing we talked about last night with the young player Nishikori on the men's side. I wonder if they're watching this. Because this sport and the exports of the Chinese women has become a big story.
That's one thing Li Na talked about in her press conference, is that there's so much live television in China now, or at least everybody's looking online, everybody's interested.
In 2006, Zheng Ji and Yan Zi played the doubles final at Wimbledon. And Beijing television televised that match over the FIFA World Cup final. The famous Italy-France match.
And they won.
The Wimbledon women's doubles was televised in China over that.
And Zheng Ji and Yan Zi won in that same year, Ted. That was the first Chinese Grand Slam by any players. In that same year, you see that 2006 Wimbledon, Li Na got to the quarters in singles, which is probably a more difficult feat, I think. And she said at the airport, only her husband met her, where there was about 100 journalists to meet the winner. She said in China, it's all about winning.
Winning, right. So her husband, Zhang and Yan, are here again, and they won today. So they're into the quarterfinals of the doubles. Probably to play Black and Huber, looks like, the #1 seeds. But I told the story last week in Beijing. First week we were there, I walked over to a shopping center not far from the hotel I was staying at. You go up a couple of stories in this shopping center, indoor shopping center, and there is a setup with an actual stringer. It was the middle of the day on like a